Do you see a future for yourself outside of here?
God's will. Yeah.
What do you want for your future?
Why I always wanted to be a mechanic. So I think I see me like why I always wanted to open my own body shop, you know, so God spare my life once I get to come out of jail. That's what I want. That's what I plan to do in my life.
Do you think it's important to have a goal?
Yeah. And set your mind to that goal. But a lot of people have goals, but if they set their mind to the goals, they ain't gonna live up to it. Because I had goals from young and look now.
What do you think happened that you lost track of those goals?
From gaining my problems and I'm gaining a lot of problems. So.
Did you start hanging out with the wrong crowd at school or in the neighborhood?
I say from school. From school I just been a real problem child. But you can't say like you used to follow people like that, cause really and truly like most likely people used to follow me.
So you were kind of a leader?
In a way, yes. But looking back, I didn't know. It didn't make no sense because look what you get me now. Doing a 20-year sentence.
Do you think that you maybe bullied or pressured anybody into doing the wrong thing?
Not pressuring them into doing any wrong thing, but I'll probably say, if I tell them, let we go do this, they're going to come. Going to say like I pressuring them.
Right.
You weren't a bully, but I mean a problem, child.
Do you think that kids out there are strong enough to say no? Or you think they have a hard time?
A lot of them ain't strong enough to say no. A lot of them. And I see it for myself, so I know.
If you could do it different, you would say no.
If I could do it different, I would say no. Yeah.
When you were in school, did you see a lot of gang activity or bullying going on?
Yes.
What did you see?
Well, it was a lot of gang activity for real, but it had bullying, but it wasn't an everyday bully. But you could see the gang activity.
Like
Bloods, Crips. A lot of majority of the fights I see in school were between Bloods and Crips. You know, I myself used to follow the Bloods. You know, that's one thing I used to, because I used to like red. You know, but one thing with my mother, I'm not gonna lie, she never used to condone that. So that's why I really like back off of the red. You know, but it's too much of that gang activity. You know. And a lot of people losing their life over that, you know? So
that's something that's still going on?
Well, I wouldn't know they're in jail now, you know, so I don't know what's going on in the streets now, you know? I think from that Gangs in Paradise, a lot of people like realize like, okay, we go part into it, you know? So I don't really know what's going on now.
And you said you were a leader, but there were other people maybe that you followed.
Yeah.
How did they kind of reel you in?
Well, really, they ain't really had to reel me in. It just been a day. I been rocking a red bandana, and like one of them must see me. They come to me, they ask me, hey, you want to be a blood? I like, alright, yeah, bam. I do the initiation, bam, bam. But then, from then it just been problems, you know. But then I have back off after it, because my mother, she wasn't condoning it. She said, is that, or you getting out my house, you know? So I just say, okay. Just stop with it, you know.
It seems like your mother has really been a constant voice in your head all throughout your life.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your mother.
One thing I could say, she wouldn't know that, like, to say, she know I do wrong, and like, she gonna stand beside me, but she ain't gonna condone it, like saying, okay, my son wrong, I gonna hide him behind my back. My mother, like, really and truly, you know, my mother don't call police for me, you know, cause she don't say she ain't condoning it, but she would stand beside me. But she ain't hiding me behind her back, like, she know I do wrong, but she gonna hide me and lie for me, and, you know. That's one thing I admire about my mother. You know, she been trying to keep me on the straight path, but it was that, like what I say, it's up to you to choose to do it. And my mind wasn't on that day back then. My mind was just on doing what we're doing, you know.
Do you see other parents out there who do what you were saying, hide their kids behind their back or lie for them?
A lot of them doing it. A lot of them. You know. It ain't my job to judge them or anything, but I would, like what if the newspaper said you need more mothers like my mother, you know?
What message do you think that sends to those children when their parents lie for them?
To me, I seen a lot of more wrong keep happening, you know, like more things and just keep happening, you know.
Do you think it says that's okay? What you're doing is okay?
Some parents condone it, like, yeah, what you doing okay, you know, but my mother don't stand for it, you know. That's why I admire about her, but I still never used to listen, you know. I used to just still be doing me, you know. That's it.
Okay.
The same thing, the gangs, you know, same thing. Is where you repping, how you live, that always been how it was when I was on the streets. How you live, Savannah, Garden Street, housing, Canton. Majority, if you look at it, majority is Bloods and Crips, housing, Bloods, Savannah, Crips, Canton, Crips, Garden Street, Bloods, you know, so. That's what it is, the gang, you know? That's what everybody just like repping. You know? That's why a lot of people there. You know? Too much gangs.
How did you get out?
When this special edition of Eye on the Islands returns, Southwell talks about what we as a community can do to help at-risk youth, his capability for change, and why it's not too late for other young men like him to turn their lives around.
If you think it's hip to be in a gang, listen up. I got into a gang at the age of 13. At 21, I was in and out of prison for the next 17 years. I got shot 13 times. Now I'm 44, and I'm here to tell you, the drugs, the money, the sex, it's all there, waiting for you. First, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to give up half your life or more to be in a gang?